flowers on the stage.
There is a certain momentum I think that comes with it where like I'll get stuck into a song and if it just keeps going and building and I'll get like obsessed about it. Like I'll spend hours and hours and hours like late into the night. It's the first thing I think of when I wake up in the morning. I want to get back into the studio and keep working on it. So I find that momentum is a really big part of it. Like I know something's good when I just want to keep working on it and I'm not fighting it. Um, and you have it stuck in your head at night or whatever. You like wake up in the middle of the night being like, oh yeah, I want to add this component or whatever. That's a big part of it for me. And I mean, I think it's a big part of what helps get the music finished is kind of chasing that energy and excitement. Uh, so yeah, I think that's usually what it is because I'll have stuff that just sits around for a long time and just disappears. But that's not always like once in a while I'll find something old that just wasn't catching my attention, like an old voice note or something, and then uh find that energy and start running with it again. So yeah, I guess it depends.
What's that gray area like where you're, kind of not feeling that momentum? Like what's it like for you working through that?
Yeah, I think if something's not happening, I usually switch instruments or like, jump onto something different or I'll go for a walk. Some of the best uh kind of ideas and material I come up with is when I'm moving or uh, not just like sitting down trying to write something. Obviously, all the instrument parts and things come together sitting in front of the instrument, but more the lyrical components like that often comes together when I'm driving or when I'm out in the woods or whatever. Yeah.
Mm, nice. Like what would you say are the most important personal qualities for an artist to have?
Oh man, I think the beauty of it is that there's no mold that you need to fit to be an artist, and I think that's kind of the what makes it so special is I think the more different attributes you have, like the different kind of art that you're going to produce, and
Mm.
so I don't know. I mean, I think you certainly need to uh not be too precious with stuff. Like I think for a
Yeah.
long time, like it's easy to get stuck on not feeling good enough about what you're doing to like give it to people or like let it out of your own kind of clench. But so that I could see as being an important attribute for sure is kind of letting go of that need for perfection or which I think a lot of artists struggle with that. And I think we all have a lot of that element that we're battling. And for me personally, the further and further in our career that we've gotten, the more willing I am to just be like, this is fine. We'll just let's let it go. Uh, let go of the like, yeah, attachment. Yeah, authenticity for sure. It's very easy to get caught up in trying to do something that you think is gonna like be appealing to people. Uh, whereas, like Moontricks, we we were genuinely concerned and uncertain whether like putting a bunch of twangy banjo stuff together with produced beats was gonna appeal to anybody. And as it turns out, it has so far. So
Lingering on that, like what would you say about Moon Tricks makes you most proud?
what about Moontricks makes me the most proud? I'm really happy with how diverse our sound is and how we haven't really gotten stuck into a genre of any kind. Like we really can explore a lot of different stuff without having to like stick to one label. Um, which has been really liberating. Like we play folk fest, we play, EDM fest. We played just this wide range of things, and I'm really happy for that because I think I would just get a bit bored if we were really locked into one category.
Does that like tie back into that authenticity piece for you, where you don't have to kind of force this certain expectation of what you guys make continually?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, you listen through some of our catalog, and there's, like piano ballads, and then the complete opposite of that, just like bangers and yeah. So it is nice to have that variety, and I feel like we're lucky that we people get it. They're not like, what's going on? Like, why are they switching from banjo riffs onto like some bluesy guitar playing or whatever? It's it's expected now, so that's been really nice.
Like, what do you see as like your musical philosophy with Moontricks?
Um, yeah, I think we're always trying to cook up something that uh yeah, feels natural and comes from our own interests and everything. Like all the songwriting and all of the sounds do really reflect kind of where we're from. We just started working on this track where like literally everything that we recorded, we did on a camping trip. And so we were out in the bush, like recording all the samples, all the snares, like the kick. We got like this big 808 sound from this big metal beam. Like, yeah, that's something that we're definitely trying to like infuse more into the music, is just this kind of the soundscape of what we have around us. And
Why that? What's your thinking behind that?
um, I guess it does create something unique when you're pulling from stuff that's around you. Like when I listen through the song, like the song's come quite a long ways from since we were just hiking out on this mountain. This was a couple months ago. But you really hear it. And for me and Nate listening to it, it's like it tells the whole story of this camping trip for us. I mean, for a listener, uh, it'll be a totally different experience. But it is really special having that being like, oh, that's the sound of, the waterfall that we went and hiked up to, and we're using it as this, white noise riser that leads up to the drop kind of thing. Like uh, yeah, it does make it really special.
Hmm. Jump into the side a little bit. Can you talk to me about something you think is either like often overlooked or maybe misunderstood by other up and coming artists?
Having a really good team is key, and that's really like shone through for us. Like we've got, just amazing people that we get to work with that help uh in all of the different things that need to happen. Like there's just so much that needs to come together in order for us to be able to do what we're doing and do it sustainably. And I think, a lot of people there's a lot of like DIY stuff out there of like, oh yeah, you just do it all yourself. And I think it's easy to get kind of caught up in that and not lean into people who are really good at what they do, whether that's I mean, anything in that whole spectrum, like the bookings, the artwork, the uh yeah, I mean I could go on and on. But having that team, it just makes it so you can focus on the things you want to focus on. You don't get as burnt out. You have more time to work on the music and the things that you find exciting.
I don't even understand how artists doing that even have time to like write songs and focus on the music.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I mean some people can pull it off and it's amazing, but like at this point in my life, it's like I got a family, and it's just so nice having the time when I get home to spend with them and not worry about all the like because it's a daunting list of things that need to get done before, the next tour or whatever, and so much of it can get uh overlooked or missed, and you miss like uh show announcements or all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the team we have, we're just really lucky. We've got an amazing bunch of people that are helping us make it all happen. And I think it's easy to uh yeah, have that overlooked, especially when you're just starting out.
Shout out to Team Moontricks one time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Have there been any like books or anything over the course of your growth that have you feel like have been especially impactful for you or putting you down your path?
Any books like learning material or
Books, teachers, anything inspiring, philosophy, you name it.
I guess obviously more exposure to music and live music. Like that's been one of the nice things uh about touring so much and getting to play a lot of festivals through the summer is we end up at these festivals, and I always try to spend as much time as I can trying to watch new acts and kind of pull inspiration from what people are doing. Even just the other night, like I watched at our show, we had a support act that I hadn't heard of, and watched the set, and I was just taking notes. I was like, this is amazing. Like,
Who was it?
how can I do more of this? His name was Saint Terrible. It was in Boise, Idaho. Yeah, it was cool.
Shout out Saint Terrible.
Yeah, this is just like a few days ago, I guess. Yeah, last week. Uh,
Boise's own.
yeah.
So earlier we talked about like qualities that are important for an artist to have. I'd also like to hear you talk about like thinking of some of your all-time favorite artists, like intangible qualities about them that you admire.
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah, earlier on in our careers, like when we started working with Dirtwire, they brought us on tour. We hadn't really toured in the US much. And kind of watching their flow of uh their set and their performance and everything, it was a really like it's amazing to watch their show. Like they have so many instruments, and they're so proficient on, all of them. Uh, and so that was something that really kind of stood out as, like I said, taking notes, watching their set, and we learned a lot from them. They kind of took us under their wing for it was our first tour in the US, really. It was uh rolling with them, and we've got so much in common with our music already. So it worked really well, but it was yeah, cool to see their approach and how they were able to weave uh all of these instruments into this whole roller coaster of a show um through the night. Uh and effortlessly, like and bring the audience into it too. So it's yeah.
Any
I
other
don't know if
artists
that
come to
answers your
mind, or
question or
maybe any
not.
like not currently doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was really influenced by a lot of singer-songwriter music, and then uh, a bunch of progressive hard rock stuff. Like I listen to a lot of Bob Dylan, Led Zeppelin, like a lot of, 60s and 70s, the Beatles, like all the time. Um, I think those arrangements really stuck with me over the years of kind of how all the parts and pieces came together and um and the stories that they told, like the songwriting and everything is just uh made a very lasting impression on me. Yeah.
What part about you making music like feels most personal to you?
Um, I guess the catharsis of it, like it's a very nice, like quiet moment that I get to have just kind of with my thoughts and with the instrument, like sitting down with a guitar or a piano is just like it's just something I love so much uh and find it just so cathartic and relaxing, and yeah, and the creativity, like yeah, I really cherish all of that for sure. It's yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, Sean, this has been so awesome. Thank you for taking the time to join me. And everyone out there listening, we're based here in Denver. We got links in the description for May 15th at the Mission Ballroom with Opio. So can't wait to see you guys there. And yeah, everyone out there listening, check out Moontricks website where you can keep up with all their tour dates, everything they got going on socials. And yeah, one final question for you, Sean, as we're wrapping up. Assuming gun to your head and you have to answer this stupid question.
Why? Oh,
What's the best advice you can share about like living a life you can look back on and be proud of?
yeah, I think feel like you have to take a lot of chances and step outside of your comfort zone a lot. And if you're not willing to do that, then you lose a lot of opportunities and um and it's hard to move forward. And I think that's been like the biggest thing for me is when I first started, like I wouldn't sing in front of anybody. Like I wouldn't sing if there was anybody in the house. And so it wasn't a very comfortable thing getting into performing, but I loved it and I enjoyed it was very exciting and you just keep kind of moving forward and taking on step by step more things and then they become second nature.
You got to go for it. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Sean, awesome stuff. Appreciate you joining me. This was fun, man.
Yeah, no, thanks, Cam. I appreciate the questions that are yeah, outside of the obvious. Great. Made me think hard.
This is Flowers on Stage.